What's up guys, it's the Dragon back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the most powerful 5-minute scalping strategies I've ever seen. It's one of the strategies which took me from being an unprofitable trader to a profitable trader, so this video is a must watch with a lot of alpha that you're going to need to pick up on in order to accelerate your journey as a Forex trader. To start off, let's take a look at time frame analysis. So you have 3 different time frames. You have the bigger time frames, the daily, the weekly time frame. They usually hold trades for a few days. You have the 1 hour to the 4 hour time frames. This is for swing traders. These guys usually hold trades for a few hours to a few days. And finally, you have where we are going to be operating for this video, and that is the minutes time frame. So you have the 1 minute to the 30 minute time frames. These are generally used by scalpers, and that's where we're going to be living in order to maximize our gains on this strategy. So let's go into the 5-minute time frame. Immediately getting here, you're going to know some things are different to the 4 hour time frame. First off, there's a whole load more chop and there's a whole load less trending. So there's a whole load of sideways action where the price doesn't really go anywhere, whereas on the 4 hour time frame, you're seeing a whole load of the price just moving in one direction. For example, right here, you can see the price doesn't go anywhere, it just goes sideways. And right here we have a big trend, but right before this, you have more sideways chop for an extended period of time. And you won't really see this that often on the 4 hour time frame, but you'll see this a lot on the lower time frames. And this is where we're going to operate. With this said, let's go into step 1 of this strategy. Step 1 is identify the micro trend. If I'm to zoom in on the 5-minute time frame, what we can see is that on the micro, there is a strong trend, right? So we have one higher high right here. I missed that. A second right there. So we have one higher high right here, a second higher high here, a third one there, a fourth one there. We're clearly in an uptrend right here. We're going to utilize this and only take trades in this direction. This happens fairly often. Right before this, we had a big downtrend. Right before that, we had a big uptrend. And these are what we're going to take advantage of in order to attain profit in this trading strategy. That's number 1. It's fairly simple, but just make sure you're trading in line with that trend, right? So if you're in an uptrend, make sure you take longs. If you're in a downtrend, make sure you take short trades. Step number 2 of 3 is retest. This time I'm going to go into a little bit more depth so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So a lot of you guys will be familiar with using trend lines in order to find trades. You probably do something like this. You take one point right here, a low, draw a trend line between that and the second point, and the third time the price comes back to it, you take your trade and hopefully make some profit on it, right? I use trend lines in an entirely different way because although waiting for the third touch can sometimes work, there's a far more powerful way of using these trend lines, which I'm about to show you right here. So instead of doing that, what I do is this. We'll take this trend line, we'll look for one touch, we'll look for a second touch, and then on that third retest, that's when we'll take our trade. So we see one touch right here, a second touch right here. Now when it breaks through, you'll wait for the price to come back on the other side, and that's when you'll take your trade. And as you can see right here, it drops off the cliff right after doing it. And this happens fairly often because retests are very powerful in Forex. If I was to find another example for you, it'd be right here. So if I take this, one touch right here, second touch right there, you can see it rebounded off the other side over here. So it broke through, retested, and dropped down. Or I can shift this over here, and see one touch right here, second touch right there, drop through, had a bunch of resets and drop down, another recess, then drop down. It's extremely powerful, and that's why I use my trend lines this way, and I recommend you guys do as well. This is step number 2. So we have the trend direction and we have the trend lines. Now we have the third step, which is very important in order to assure that the trades you're taking, not only that they're high probability, but also to make sure that you have the confidence to hold that trade for a long period of time. And how we're going to do that is we're going to combine the first 2 strategies by doing this. So we're in an uptrend. Let's look for a trend line that breaks to the upside so we can take a long trade. So we have one touch right here, second touch right there, and then as you can see, we have a third touch and some more touches right here, and the price skyrockets. But I wouldn't just yet recommend to take this trade because I need to tell you guys about the third confluence, and that is candlestick confirmation. So there are a few candlestick confirmations that people like to look out for, but these are my favorites and in my opinion the most powerful. Those are tweezer patterns, engulfing patterns, and morning/evening star patterns, which I'll show on screen right now. You want to watch out for these, and when you see these on that retest, that's when I will be taking my trade. So for example, I'm going to set myself up with a long position. We have one touch right here, a second touch, the price breaks through and retests here. We'll wait for this bullish engulfing candlestick pattern right here, and after we see that, draw that stop loss below the range. And as you can see, we can take a whole slew of great trades right here with profits of up to 1 to 4 risk reward. And then even after that, if I adjust the trend line a little bit, we have another touch right here, another touch right here. This is similar to a morning star pattern. It's not perfect, but you could use it. You can see if we were to take this, and draw your stop loss below this range. With even a little bit of leeway, you can make some easy 1-to-6 risk reward ratio right here. And I'm being friendly because, you know, some people would even say you could enter directly on the retest because retest is so powerful. But to be conservative, you're getting at least like a 1-to-6 risk reward ratio, which is extremely profitable. These are the type of trades you guys need to be watching out for. However, what you're going to find is that upon starting this strategy, if you're used to trading on the 4-hour time frame or the daily time frame, it's going to require a little bit of adjusting because these time frames operate on an entirely different basis. Like we covered, it chops around a lot and the trend line rules are a little bit different. One such example of this is that on higher time frames, you want to really avoid steep trend lines. But on this time frame, it doesn't really matter all that much. So we have these sort of shallow trend lines, that's fine. But if I was to create a steep trend line somewhere around here, I guarantee we're going to see some good reversals as well. So let me just zoom in a little bit right here. We have one touch right there, second touch up there. Let's see what happens on the other side. Okay, nothing really touches it, doesn't come back here. So let's see if we can find anything else. I'm going to attempt to look for a steep trend line and see what happens. So right here, you have one touch right here, a fairly steep trend line going downwards. As you can see, the moment it breaks through and has an upside retest, it makes a fairly decent move to the upside. You'll find this fairly often on the 5-minute time frame. Steep trend lines can actually get respect. So you'll find a few little niche things like that, but with some practice, guys, you guys are gonna love this strategy. So make sure you get out there, back test it, and let me know the results. Make sure you join my Telegram where I'm posting my daily signals. I'm gonna post the link in the description. I will see you guys, therefore, in the next one. It's been the Dragod. See you next time.